Hi, I'm Bruce Dwyer for the aviation programs here at Algonquin College. Today we're going to talk about two different programs, aircraft maintenance technician training and our aviation management pilot training program, where we teach pilots to fly planes just like this one. Our aviation management program is delivered at the Ottawa International Airport in collaboration with the Ottawa Flying Club. What's unique about that is the design of the Ottawa International Airport. Because it's the only airport in Canada that has a separate runway within the international airport where students train. That means they're training in Class C terminal control zone. Very busy airspace, very complicated airspace. Absolutely the best environment for somebody aspiring to become a commercial pilot to learn in. Because once you learn how to fly here in Ottawa, you can go pretty much anywhere in the world. Our aircraft maintenance technician program trains mechanics for the aviation industry. Our program is combined with a program out of Centennial College in Scarborough, where students spend the first year here at Algonquin College and learn the basic principles of aircraft maintenance, and then move on to Centennial College in Scarborough to do second year of their diploma program. When they graduate from Algonquin College, they'll get a certificate in aviation maintenance, and if they do continue into the second year at Centennial, they'll earn their diploma in aircraft maintenance down there. Generally speaking, if they have grade 12 English and math or an Ontario Secondary School diploma coming out of high school, that's acceptable for our programs. Other information that we like to share with the students before they start in our program, in fact, we send a letter to applicants even before they're accepted to tell them that there's 3 things they need to do for our commercial pilot training program before they show up to class. One is to get an aviation medical. Make sure that there's no physiological problem that's going to prevent them from being a commercial pilot. And that needs to be done with a Canadian Aviation Medical Examiner. The second thing is to do a career in aviation briefing. We sit down with the students and we actually explain to them what the industry is about, what it's like to work in the industry, what their first jobs are going to be, how much this program costs, and how they're going to progress through their career as a commercial pilot. And then finally, we actually send them out to the airport and get them flying an airplane. We want the students to spend an hour in the airplane with an instructor to experience what that learning environment is like, see what it's like to work with those instructors, what the aircraft are like, and decide for themselves, is this something that I could see myself doing every day for the next year or 2 or maybe more? If you're going to become a flight instructor after graduation, you may be teaching in that little metal airplane for the next 2 or 3 years. So is this something that you're excited about and you can do every day? If it is, then I think we have a program we can help you with. Common misconceptions around flight training is that it's hard to fly an airplane, and what mostly we find is that students learn the stick and rudder skills, I'd call them, or the hands and feet part of actually flying and operating an aircraft pretty quickly. We have students flying solo within about 5 or 6 weeks of the start of the program. The hard part is more the academic stuff. Operating an aircraft in instrument conditions is a very challenging task, and there's a lot of information that students have to learn. And if anything, I'd say the students mostly underestimate the amount of effort that's going to be required on the study side as opposed to the practical side. So the first jobs for aircraft maintenance engineer graduates, they're not going to be licensed engineers when they come out of college. What typically happens is there's a 4-year apprenticeship period that a student enters once they graduate from college. That can be reduced by 18 months if they meet the right requirements as they go through the college. As an accredited program by Transport Canada, we can give the students up to 18 months of experience credit towards their apprenticeship. Their first job will be working in a hangar doing maintenance tasks on an aircraft, and it'll be signed off by somebody who's already a licensed engineer. Once they've completed those tasks and they've completed their aviation regulations exam 3 to 4 years down the road, then they too will become a licensed engineer and be able to sign those maintenance releases. The questions that I get are what makes a commercial pilot successful in this industry? And one of the things that employers are looking for today is students who, or I guess pilots who are very professional in their approach to their job. They're doing more psychometric testing and personality profiling nowadays to find out whether or not that person has the right profile to work with a crew of people in a very complex environment. And that's often the biggest challenge for students coming into aviation management and pursuing a career as a commercial pilot. It's not so much learning the skills to operate the aircraft as it is learning how to work with the other people. You're working in a very stressful environment sometimes. Commanding a crew of people in an Airbus, when you're landing in instrument conditions, can be a lot of work. And how are people going to relate to you, and how are you going to work well with those people is very important. So what makes students successful in this industry? Well, I counsel students all the time, and what I find is that students who are passionate about flying, passionate about airplanes, in both aircraft maintenance and in flight training, are the ones who are most successful. I talk to students and I tell them that if they find a job that they're really passionate about, that they love to do every day, they'll never work a day in their lives. And I know that's an old cliche, but it couldn't be more true in any industry than it is in aviation, because this is a job that's a lot of fun to do. And if you enjoy it and you work hard at it, it doesn't feel like you're going to work every day.